Bob Essenza will be the starting goaltender. He hasn't started in the last 4. His last start was at Calgary on the 7th of March.
Sam, 4 years at Michigan State University, and then 1.5 years with Moncton, the American League team affiliate for Winnipeg. And he's a butterfly type of goaltender, spends a lot of time down on his knees.
And starting his 4th game in a row, John Van Beesbroek.
Back playing extremely well is John Van Beesbroek. When he plays well, he is not flashy. He simply gets in front of the pucks. He makes it look very simple. And when he's not flashy, he's usually very good.
And he's been very good in those last 4 games. He has 26 wins. Bill McCreary is the referee tonight. Ron Asseltine and Pat DiPuzzo are his linesmen. 3rd meeting of the season between these 2 teams, and the Rangers have won the previous 2, both by scores of 4-3. One in Winnipeg, one here at Madison Square Garden. And as John mentioned earlier at the start of our telecast, the Jets were without Dale Hawerchuk the last time they came to New York. Michel Bergeron, who has to be feeling a lot better about things with the way the Rangers won the game over Calgary, the type of game they played, and the way they did not fall under the pressure after the Flames came on big. Rick Bowness took over as coach of the Winnipeg Jets and coached his first game here at Madison Square Garden.
A 4-3 loss. A power play goal by Kerry Wilson won that game for the Rangers in the 3rd period.
And we're underway. The Rangers opening up with Kelly Kissio centering for Rudy Poshek and John O'Grodnik, Mark Hardy and Michel Petit on defense. Petit comes in with a shot. He scores! That was quick. 14 seconds. Petit fell down crossing the blue line. Nice move. Maybe Essenza was fooled.
Last night, Winnipeg fell behind to Washington 4-0 in the 1st period. And here, right off the opening faceoff, you'll see the Rangers, after losing the draw, gain control by playing smart hockey in the neutral zone. Hardy moves the puck ahead, and you'll see O'Grodnik put it wide. Petit has all kinds of time as 2 players went to Rudy Poshek. A deflection up high over the shoulder of Essenza, and it's a 1-0 Ranger lead, an important goal for the Rangers.
John, you think for any reason the Jets just were cold? I mean, obviously it's the same for both teams, but maybe they just weren't ready because of all the ceremonies?
They simply had a bad assignment pickup near the blue line, and Petit beat the goaltender with a long shot.
Thomas Steen moving down, lost control of the puck. Rangers take it away.
Sam, Winnipeg is the worst team in the league as far as goals against go, but they get their scoring chances. Remember that. They have speedy forwards, and they get scoring chances.
Shaw sending it through. Deblois is on with Ruff and Granato, Leach and Shaw for the Rangers. Ashton, Steen, and Hawerchuk. Here's Deblois, just rolled wide.
Deblois will play opposite Steen throughout this game. This line is the best line that Winnipeg has, and we see Hawerchuk playing left wing on this line.
3 left-handed shooters on this line. Ashton playing the right wing. Jets change defensive pairings. Rush for the puck. Gord Donnelly with a check on Tomas Sandstrom. Sandstrom looking and has it poked away by Big Jim Kite.
Rangers should shoot the puck in those situations as they only have 1 shot on goal and they've already scored. Perhaps the goaltender's a little nervous.
Along the board, Sandstrom is wrapped up. Paul Fenton, number 11, looking for it. Trying to lift it clear, he does. Rangers have Miloslav Horshova in the lineup tonight. He's playing for the injured James Patrick. Here's Kerry Wilson. He's on with Lafleur and Sandstrom. Lafleur along the boards. Puck taken away by Brad Berry, number 29. Lafleur has it back. He centers for Sandstrom. He's taken down. Nothing called. McBain was checking Sandstrom. This is Paul Fenton. Big drive. Save Van Beesbroek. Horshova ties up his man. Lafleur leaves the puck behind the net. Wilson hooked from behind, and the Jets got a shot on goal. Randy Carlyle, number 8. You'll recognize him as one of the few players playing without a helmet.
8 players left without helmets. 2 of them in this game, with Lafleur being the other.
Petit plays it to the boards. Kept in by McBain.
Sam, that assist by O'Grodnik gives him 650 career NHL points.
Carlyle moves it. Across the ice for Gord Donnelly, number 22. Brent Hughes, number 46, is on for Winnipeg. Work free by Brian Leach. Laurie Boschman also on, number 16. Taglianetti and Carlisle on defense for Winnipeg. Darren Turcotte lost it to Taglianetti. Now it's Carlisle. The Rangers goal. Petit, his 7th from Ogrodnik and Hardy at 14 seconds. Long shot off the glass and around the boards. Leach back for it. Donnelly on him. Van Beesbroek couldn't control the rolling puck. Boschman centers. It's blocked. It's loose. And Lafreniere clearing it from in front. Leach is hit by Boschman. David Shaw takes the puck. David Shaw was really banged up after the Calgary game. Took yesterday off and feeling a lot better. Good hit by Yarvenpah on Lafreniere. Otto Yarvenpah, number 23.
Shaw looked like a human ice pack after that game. He was bruised up all over. And he's playing bruised up tonight, Sam.
Tough player. Doesn't get all that much recognition because he's a quiet, not flashy type, but a strong player on defense.
Physically strong.
Year.
Right. And physically strong in physical hockey games. Plus, remember, he has helped balance Brian Leach with his fine years. They have been paired throughout most of the season.
Petit sending it back into the Winnipeg zone. Jets coming in off a 6-3 loss in Washington last night. A game in which they fell behind 4-0. Came within 1 goal, 4-3, and lost 6-3. That shot taken by Brad Jones was blocked. And played by Mark Hardy. He's checked along the boards. It's kept in. And Petit controls. Yarvenpah is forechecking. Petit forced back by Yarvenpah. Out in center ice. Steen comes across the line, tried to put it in front, but Petit denied him, and it's sent down the ice.
Doesn't look like the Winnipeg defensemen like to pinch very much. The Ranger forwards could maybe take a little more time in trying to get the puck out along the boards near their own blue line.
Greshner back for it is tied up by Howard-Chuck, who put it in front of Deblois there to intercept and bring it out. 5 minutes gone by first period. Rangers leading 1-0.
Sam, when your club and you're last in the league in goals against, your defensemen don't pinch too often. They tend to get a little nervous about it and back out somewhat.
Deblois' shot was blocked by Jim Kite. And Kite able to clear the zone. Back for it is Ron Greshner.
Kite has gone to the bench after stopping that shot. He hurt his ankle a little bit.
Peter Taglianetti, number 32, puts it on the stick of Howard-Chuck. Howard-Chuck in against Greshner. Pulls up, looks, slides it across to Carlisle. Hops past the stick, takes the shot, and it's gloved by Van Beesbroek. Looks around and has to play the puck. Then it's tucked underneath by Ron Greshner with Thomas Steen there. 14:27 to go. First period, 1-0 Rangers. To the game when Michel Petit scored the goal.
Well, Ogrodnik will fire it wide. Watch 2 different players go to post check, the winger and the defenseman. Carlisle can't get back across. Ooh, what a rising blast that was by Petit.
You think he practices that move, going down to his knees at the blue line, getting up and shooting?
It's astonishing that he had that amount of time to be able to get up and make the play. There hasn't been any body work to this point in this game.
Not at all.
And for the bruised up players, they won't mind that very much.
Rangers have Wilson, Lafleur, and Sandstrom on. Leach paired with Horsheva. Fenton took down Leach. Wilson with a check on Fenton. Moves the puck around the glass. Knocked down by Carlisle. Wilson put it in the skates of Lafleur, and his pass was blocked. Ian Duncan on him. Knocked down by McBain. Feeds Fenton. The shot. Save Van Beesbroek. The rebound. Another save. Lafleur's got it. And able to clear the zone. Here's McBain across the line. Put it behind Fenton. Duncan comes in. His rising shot is high and wide. Here's good pressure by the Jets. They've kept the puck in the Ranger zone. Well, on one portion of the time since the Ranger goal.
One play there, Carlisle pinched and kept the puck in the Ranger zone. And then Van Beesbroek was forced to make 2 real good saves off of Fenton.
Sandstrom dropped to Lafreniere. He moves in against Ellen. He gets the shot off a save. Rebound loose and knocked aside. Penalty coming up. Penalty called on the Winnipeg Jets. Hooking is the call. Rangers get a power play opportunity. They have a 1-goal lead. John Van Beesbroek, a good start to the game once again.
Well, Fenton will follow up his own shot here. Watch Van Beesbroek get up, stay square to the shooter, and move across casually to make the save. Good effort by Fenton to follow up his original shot. Here's the penalty. As you see, Elliott and Taglianetti working over Lafreniere. Actually, that should have been Ellis that got the penalty. Taglianetti is the guy that got the call.
Ooh.
Good effort going to the net by Jason Lafreniere to draw the penalty.
He got the wrong man. Taglianetti for hooking at 6:41. Rangers' first power play of the game.
3 for 5 against Calgary in their last outing. And Sam, they're 14 for 57 over their last 10 games. That's a 24.5% efficiency. That's pretty darn good.
That was put toward the net by Petit and deflected by Ogrodnik just wide, then put up into the crowd. Rangers have Turcotte, Ogrodnik, and Lafleur. Leach and Petit on for the power play. Michel Petit played a strong game against the Calgary Flames. Very tough physical game. Steen for the face-off. He's on with Ashton and Olesen and Kite. Kept in at the line by Leach. In the slot, Turcotte. The shot blocked by Olesen. Ogrodnik to Turcotte. Back up the boards. Petit. Right down the boards. Ogrodnik. Now Lafleur's got it. Back to Ogrodnik. Up the boards. Leach is there. Petit to Leach. Good pressure up high by Steen and Ashton, forcing it out of the zone. Rangers take it back.
Winnipeg has 13 shorthanded goals in the season. 8 of those 13 on the road. Howard Chuck has 3.
Petit for Turcotte. Turcotte breaks by Kite. Picked up by Olesen. Still has it. Turcotte controlling. Nice pass off the skate of Ogrodnik. Up the boards from Lafleur to Leach. Across to Petit. Now to Turcotte. Picked up by Olesen, who blocked the shot. Around. Open man is Leach. Feeds Turcotte. Back to Leach. He's got room. He shoots. Save. Rebound. Ogrodnik. Save. Ashton clears. Good chance. Ogrodnik couldn't control that bouncing puck.
The puck was rolling, and he couldn't get into position to release his shot.
Lafleur along the boards. Lafleur and Leach have stayed on for the entire power play thus far. Here comes Petit for the shot. Deflected just wide by Lindy Ruff. In essence, it may have gotten a glove on it. It's cleared into the crowd by Dave Ellett. 31 seconds remaining in the Rangers' power play. And the Rangers leading 1-0 with 11:50 to go in the first.
There's Petit going high with a shot once again, Sam. And that may have gone off of either Ruff or the goaltender. Petit with 2 scoring chances and 1 goal in this game. Both shots up high to the catching glove side of Essenza.
This is the Rangers' 409th power play opportunity this season. The Jets, by comparison, have only 311.
Now you know why teams are complaining that Michel Bergeron gets his way a little bit. As we mentioned last broadcast, some teams in the league complaining to the league that the Rangers get too many power plays. They have had the most of any team in the league.
Carlisle drives it around the boards. Shaw keeps it in. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Shaw with a shot deflected up high. And again caroms into the crowd.
Winnipeg's penalty killing has become a problem. They're ranked 15th this year. And if you remember 2 years ago, Winnipeg was ranked number 1 penalty killing wise with the likes of Smale, Wilson, Ron Wilson, Marois, Jimmy Kite. Last year they dropped to 13th. Here's the puck deflected up high and off the crossbar into the stands. The faceoff stays inside from where it was deflected. Lindy Ruff setting a pick here so David Shaw could take the shot, and there was 2 deflections. And Sam, they dropped to 13th last year and then 15th this year, and one of the problems that Winnipeg has had is clearing the front of their own net. Smale, by the way, is out with a fractured cheekbone, and he usually does a good job killing penalties and playing against the Rangers.
Shaw moves down across to Greshner. He shoots high off the glass. Rangers a little high with their shots thus far. Centering pass broken up by Randy Gillen. Here's Andrew McBain coming out, and Taglianetti steps on. The team's back at full strength. Rangers are 0 for 1 on the power play. Lindy Ruff tied up by Dave Ellett. Carlisle moves it. And Gord Donnelly, number 22, feeds Dave Ellett. Laurie Boschman. Jets are offside going into the zone. 11:03 to go in this first period. Rangers with a goal at the 14-second mark, leading 1-0. Here's their lineup tonight. As the only change is Miloslav Horsheva on defense, replacing the injured James Patrick, who suffered a groin pull in the game against Calgary. For the Winnipeg Jets, surprised to see Dale Hawerchuk on the left wing.
He played in the first period last night in Washington. He played center ice with Duncan on the left and McBain on the right. And they were down 4-0 after one period, so they went and made a change, put Howard Chuck to the left wing with Steen and Ashton, and that's their best line. That was Jan Eriksson, Ulf Dahlin, who you looked at.
Open man in front. Backhander way wide. Bad shot by Randy Gillen. Ogrodnik has the puck. Now it's Mark Hardy bringing it out. Mullen wide right, gets the lead. Mullen against Kite, pulls up. Centers across, but it's intercepted. And back come the Jets. Brad Jones, number 38, with a shot knocked away by Van Beesbrook. Jones taken out of the play by Petit, and the Rangers clear. Ogrodnik for the puck, gets there. Back is Olsen. Ogrodnik pulls up. In front, save Essenza. Off Kissio, and another save off Mullen.
See Essenza go down and use his feet. That's his style. No wonder the Rangers are shooting high, Sam. They know that he's a butterfly dropping type goaltender. You can see they've been told, and the Rangers have been going high with their shots, and that's where they scored their goal.
Dale Howard-Chuck with a puck. Rangers a 1-0 lead. Coming down to the midway point of the first period. Shaw comes back for it. All the way around the boards pass. Bernardo. Ellis got it. Bernardo pushes it to Devil. He's in free on two. Save Essenza. The rebound all the way up in the air. Bounces in the corner. Devil Water Ruff. Ruff checked there by Ferry. Granado's shot is blocked. Granado pulls down. Penalty call. Steen is going to go. Pulling down. Tony. And I think Granado got under his nerves a little bit. Under his skin and on his nerves. Power play Rangers. The Rangers go on their second power play. Steen for holding at 10-18.
Granado on a line with Devlois, and they're on the checking unit, Sam. They're out there to check the Steen line, and Steen ends up taking the penalties. He wraps up and throws down Tony Granado. Granado had a very solid shift as he through the neutral zone, moved the puck ahead to set up a scoring chance earlier.
Lafreniere, Sandstrom, Ogrodnik, Petit, and Leach for the power play. Back to the point, Leach picked up by Boschman. Boschman and McBain, Carlisle and Taglianetti for Winnipeg. Ogrodnik, he's bumped by Taglianetti, still has it. Back pass to Leach. Leach moves it. Sandstrom, back to Leach. Sandstrom along the boards. Ogrodnik set up in front. Lafreniere hit by Carlisle, spins away. Back to the point. Leach with a shot, deflected wide. Sandstrom gets to the puck, hit by Carlisle. Sandstrom still has it. Centers in front, missed by Lafreniere. Nice pass by Sandstrom. Boschman drives it down the ice. 9 minutes to go in the first period. Rangers a 1-0 lead. Their second power play of the first period. They had 3 shots on goal on the first one. Sandstrom away from the hook of McBain. Sandstrom moves in against Olsen. Sandstrom holds up. Olsen takes it away with a good play. Frederick Olsen has really come on this season for the Jets. Across the line, McBain. Taken away by Ogrodnik with a good play. Lafreniere has it. Just under a minute to go on the power play. Leach coming forward. Leach, who leads the team in power play points. Gets it to Lafreniere. Back pass to Shaw. Picked up by Howard-Chuck. Long shot blocked in front by Jim Kite. And he bangs it off the boards. It stays in the zone though. Leach tried to put it in front. Blocked by Olsen. And it's cleared out. Shaw back for it.
You mentioned Olsen. Bob McCammon, the coach in Vancouver, thinks Olsen should be an all-star. That's how good of a player he is.
Olsen moves it out of the zone all the way down the ice. 22 seconds to go on the Rangers power play. Brian Mullen is on. Lead for Lindy Ruff. Back to Mullen. He carries it, the one-time Winnipeg Jet. Brian Mullen. Played 5 years with the Jets, taken out of the play. Essenza covers in the crease. 11 seconds to go. And the penalty to Thomas Steen. 7:53 to go in the first period.
During the second portion of this power play, Turcotte is playing the point for the Rangers. Turcotte took Brian Leach's position. Lots of interest in Rookie of the Year for the voting this year, which happens at the end of the season. In Canada, Trevor Linden playing well for Vancouver. I think it's between Linden and Leach now. Saturday night on Hockey Night in Canada, this past Saturday, Don Cherry was on Coast to Coast. And Hockey Night in Canada Saturday nights is comparable to NBC's Baseball Game of the Week. He went on wearing a Trevor Linden badge saying, Trevor Linden for Rookie of the Year, we have to keep it in Canada. Well, to me, the best player should get Rookie of the Year. It doesn't matter what country he's from.
I don't think it's a contest. I think number 2, Brian Leach, all the way.
Linden's had a great year, Sam. He's the youngest player in the league.
Oh, no question about it, John.
Great, but Brian Leach has really been a great player.
Teams are back at full strength. Paul Fenton moving in against Mark Hardy. Hardy rides him down. Puck is loose. Fenton trying to get to it. Is still tied up with Hardy. Petit is in there. Puck still alive along the boards. Fenton and Hardy working. Penalty upcoming. It's on the Rangers. Shot by Gillen. Save Van Beesbrook. And a power play coming up for the Jets. Good work by Fenton along the boards. Gets Hardy for a hold.
Work along the boards. Mark Hardy's working with Fenton. Fenton has had a strong period here for Winnipeg. He's had a couple of good scoring chances, and there with his hard work draws the penalty. And Winnipeg, led by McBain, 16 power play goals. Go to work on the power play.
They have 67 power play goals, but their percentage, 21.5, is 6th best in the National Hockey League. Rangers penalty killing.
13th now, Sam.
And 11th on home ice.
Right, 78.4%. Winnipeg does not start McBain on the power play as he has cooled off over the second half of the season. Brett Bonus, he was a player that played in Atlanta, Detroit, St. Louis, and Winnipeg. 173 NHL games over 7 seasons. Winnipeg keeps that line together. Ashton, Steen, and Howardchuk.
Rangers win the draw. Good play by Deblois. Deblois is on with Granato, Shaw, and Greshner, and the Rangers clearing the puck down.
As Van Beesbrook, you notice how much he's handled the puck in recent games? With his confidence of playing better, he's handled the puck even more.
Olsen leading, but it's into the skates of Ashton, and he goes ahead of the puck offside. Brett Ashton's had a fine season for the Winnipeg Jets. John Van Beesbrook playing with a lot of confidence right now. Has been very, very sharp in his last 3 games.
Knowing his personality, that long ceremony honoring Eddie Giacomin certainly would not bother Van Beesbrook. Sam, we didn't mention the other night that his win against Calgary was his first ever win against the Calgary Flames, where he was extremely good when the Rangers were outshot 18-5 in the 3rd period.
Howardchuk moving down the board. Gets the pass back, but it's passed him to Steen. Steen moves it ahead for Ashton. Back to Steen behind the net. Now it's Howardchuk. Howardchuk holding. Ashton set up in front. Ellett with the shot. Save. Van Beesbrook gets up into the crowd.
Dave Ellett with a big shot. Lined himself up at the blue line directly in front of Van Beesbrook with a good angle. He used very little backswing on the shot. Watch him take the pass from Howardchuk. He's right in the middle of the ice. And watch his backswing as Granato hustles to get to him. Good velocity and good job, a real good job by Shaw and Greshner in front. Look at Shaw using his leg power to power and push back. Ashton and Greshner held up his man nicely, I believe, with Steen. They allowed Van Beesbrook to see the shot.
Petit moves it around the boards and out of the zone. A minute 15 to go on the penalty to Mark Hardy. Rangers with a 1-0 lead. Petit scored at 14 seconds. Here's Kissio moving down. His shot stopped by Essenza. Steen plays it back for Dave Ellett. Ellett with 21 goals this season. One of the top scoring defensemen in the NHL. And here's Frederick Olsen, number 4 cross. Brett Ashton puts it in front off the stick of Petit. Ashton around in front. They score! A power play goal by Thomas Steen. So the Rangers unable to control, and a good play from behind the net.
You'll see the Jets gain the zone, and they'll get Van Beesbrook moving in one direction, and the puck will change directions quickly. Olsen and Steen go in front. Here's the change of direction. So Van Beesbrook is down, and look at Steen waiting by himself. A nice little backhand pass from Ashton, and it's a 1-1 game, a power play goal for Winnipeg. Olsen goes to the front of the net, but it's the redirection of the puck right here now, which loses Van Beesbrook. Now he scrambles to try and get back into position, and he never does recover as Mullen can't get to Steen, and Steen scores.
Long shot by Duncan went wide. Lafleur sending it around to Brian Leetch. Game tied 1-1. Leetch leading Lafleur. Carlisle is there as Lafleur moves in. Holds, feeds Sandstrom for the shot. Off the glove of Essens over the top. Boy, did he go down in a hurry on that shot.
And he went back on his heels on the shot and made a pretty good save.
Fenton across for McBain. McBain against Leetch. Off the skate of Ian Duncan, number 19. Lafleur moves it. Stopped by McBain. Taken away by Lafleur. 3-on-2 Rangers. Wilson in the middle. Sandstrom on the right. The pass deflected. Essens trying to control it. Gave it away to Wilson momentarily. Duncan couldn't clear. Good play by Petit. Sandstrom with a shot save. Essence a rebound. Wilson. He's tied up. He's still working. Penalty coming up on the Jets. Good play by Kerry Wilson to draw a penalty. Set up again. He shot it wide.
And Petit made the whole play to keep it alive and then forced the penalty after that. What a great hit on Duncan that was.
Delayed penalty coming up to the Jets. Wilson along the boards. Rangers have an extra skater on. Taglianetti knocks down Wilson. But now play stops. Hooking is the call. Rangers get a power play opportunity when we come back. Seeing Duncan on the bench, and he's hurting right now.
I think it's his left hand, Sam. Here's the play where Petit uses the body to hit Duncan and keep the puck in the zone, and it set up a scoring chance for Sandstrom, and a couple of seconds later, Carlisle took the penalty. The whole thing was set up with a fine play by Michel Petit.
Carlisle for hooking at 15:01. Rangers' third power play of the game. They're 0 for 2. 1-1 the score. 4:45 to go in the first period. Leach to Turcotte. Turcotte with Mullen and Ogrodnik up front. Turcotte for Ogrodnik. Picked up by Jim Kite. Turcotte moves in. Hooked away. He's got it back. Turcotte holds. Slid off his stick. And the Jets, Howardchuk able to clear it out. Turcotte's got it back. Leach and Shaw playing the points. Shaw drives it around the boards. Essens got a stick on it. Turcotte to the puck in the corner. Hit by Kite. Kite tries to lift it clear. Can't do it. Oh, it bounces past David Shaw out of the zone. Picked up by Andrew McBain. Now it's Leach. Sandstrom is on, but can't control it, and Kite sends it down. Wilson, Sandstrom, and Ruff are on for the Rangers. Leach and Petit stay at the points.
When Leach gets anywhere in the offensive zone, it looks like the Winnipeg defenders are trying to play up high on Brian Leach.
At Karam, Wilson couldn't control it. Leach tried to get it across for Ruff. Wilson does. Shot it wide. It's Sandstrom with a shot that went wide. Jets want to whistle. The puck bouncing on the back of the net, and they get it from Bill McCreary.
This morning, Michel Bergeron was talking about Sandstrom and the fine game he had his last game against Calgary. He was saying that Sandstrom, when the pressure's off of him, in other words, treat him like a 30, 35, 38 goal scorer and not a 50 goal scorer. In other words, don't expect him to become a 50 goal scorer. It makes it easier for Sandstrom to play. Of course, he's playing out his option. He has had a couple of calls from teams in Sweden wondering about if he'd play there next year. I think he'll be right here in a New York Rangers uniform next season.
Steen got the Winnipeg goal, his 23rd from Ashton and Olesen at 13:51. That was a power play goal. What a year Tomas Steen has had for the Winnipeg Jets. 76 points in 71 games. Driven around the boards by Taglianetti. Karam's out. Ashton couldn't control. It's still in the zone. Ruff for Wilson for the shot. Deflected by McBain. Sandstrom gets to the puck. Ruff leaves it for Wilson. Ruff sets up in front. Horseva across to Leach. Leach to Wilson. Wilson holds it. Back pass to Leach. He one-times and he scores! Brian Leach! It may have been tipped in front, but it's a power play goal, and it's 2-1 Rangers.
The Rangers move the puck around extremely well. Leach has switched sides, and there's the one-motion shot. And Sam, I think he just tied Barry Beck's record for 22 goals as a rookie in the National Hockey League. Ruff was in front. I don't know if he directed it past the goaltender or not. Leach been playing left defense on the power play. Switched across to the other side as the penalty was expiring, and Leach scored.
Rangers regain the lead with the power play goal. 3:04 remaining in this first period. And the Rangers lead 2-1. We await the official announcement. Kissio, Ogrodnik, and Poshek on now for the Rangers. Around the boards, Ogrodnik tied up. Grester keeps it in. Deflection save made by Essence. A good deflection by Kelly Kissio. Play stops with 2:52 to go in the first. Still awaiting the official announcement on the goal. 2:52 remaining in the first period. Rangers leading 2-1. It's given to Brian Leach. And that is his 22nd goal of the season. That ties the NHL record for rookie defenseman, held by Barry Beck. Beck had 22 in the 77-78 season with the Colorado Rockies. Poshek in the corner, tied up by Kite. Here's Kissio trying to wheel away from Boschman. Boschman finally deflects it away. Kissio stays with it, gets it back to Shaw. And the puck cleared out of the zone. Greshner chases, so does Randy Gillen, number 39. Greshner trying to put it into the Rangers bench. Boschman has the puck. Back pass to Kite one time. It's saved Van Beesbrook. Boschman in the corner. Gillen set up in front. Boschman behind the net. Comes out in front. Save Van Beesbrook. Shaw plays it behind the net. Brad Jones, number 38, is there. Moved by Shaw to Ogrodnik. Rangers come out. Leach is 22nd from Wilson and Horshova at 16:56. And that is the first point in the NHL for the Czechoslovakian rookie Miroslav Horshova. 1:45 to go. First period. Following the first period, the star of the night, Eddie Giacomin, will be in our studio with Bruce Beck. And his brothers will join Bruce. Rolly and Jiggs. 1:36 remaining in the first period. Offside is the call. Well, tomorrow night, we've got an outstanding boxing card at Madison Square Garden Spelt Forum. It features former world junior welterweight champion James Buddy McGirt, former lightweight champion Edwin Chapo Rosario. Seamus McDonough's on the card. Gino Gelormino. It's an outstanding card. Tickets available at the Garden box office, all Ticketmaster locations, or by calling 212-307-7171. You heard the cheers on the announcement of that 22nd goal by Brian Leach, tying the NHL record for rookie defenseman. The only New York Ranger defenseman to ever score more goals in a season, Brad Park, who scored 25 and 24. So Leach has a chance for that.
You think about Leach, he only scored 2 goals last year in those 17 games he played as a Ranger to finish the season. He's just been terrific this year. Just great as the season's moved along.
Puck moved around the boards. McBain in the corner. Rangers try to take it away, and they do move it up the boards by Mark Hardy. Kept in by Duncan. Long shot. Save Van Beesbrook as Fenton came in for a deflection. Good save by John Van Beesbrook.
We're seeing a lot of Fenton here in the first period. This line has played pretty well. McBain on the line with Fenton along with Duncan. And you'll see Fenton go to the net as Duncan takes the shot. And watch the puck lay there for a minute. And before he could get a stick to it, Van Beesbrook fell on it with Fenton sitting there by himself.
Paul Fenton, who spent a little bit of time with the New York Rangers, went on to Los Angeles, now with Winnipeg. While you're talking about Brian Leach in last season, when you recall last season, John, he came to the Rangers and was unassuming. He didn't take control and say, hey, I'm a heralded rookie. Hey. What he did was pass the puck, and his passing was brilliant, and he fit in with the team by passing the puck and moving it well.
And he was dead tired. He was dead tired. He had spent the entire season on the road with the American Olympic Club and then played the Olympics in Calgary before joining the Rangers. He lived out of a suitcase for 7 months, and he was just beat.
While we're sending out credits, we'll credit Carey Wilson with his 200th NHL assist. That's an interesting goal.
Leach ties the record. Wilson 200th assist, and Horshova's first assist.
This is Thomas Steen coming down against Leach. Nice move by Steen. Nice save by Van Beesbrook. Penalty upcoming on the Rangers. Granato's on Howard-Chuck. And it looks like Granato's the man who's going to go. High sticking is the call. 32 seconds remaining in the first period. Tony Granato goes off.
Tony Granato was back-checking with Howard-Chuck. Granato, the right winger, on the line. Howard-Chuck, the left winger, on the line. And Granato stayed with Howard-Chuck all the way to the corner and had a stick up. And he gets caught. Winnipeg 1-for-1 on the power play.
The night belongs to Eddie Giacomin. And he will be with Bruce Beck in the studio following the first period. Bob Page is at the MSG Sports Desk. And Bruce, when we come back, we'll get the rest of the Giacomin family from Sudbury. Jiggs and Rolly Giacomin, Eddie's brothers.
Well, we have a second here. A special hello to Benny Patrizzi, the Rangers locker room attendant up in Rye. And to his wife Fanny, who has had some tough luck with some surgery, and she's not feeling that terrific, but a great Ranger fan. Good luck to both of you.
Wonderful people. Hope you're better, feeling better. Back to the point. Jets are 1 for 1 on the power play. Dave Ellett with the puck, looking in front. The shot wide. Here comes Howardchuk. Try to center. Hardy blocked it, and Hardy takes it away. Moves it, but moved it up off the glass into the crowd. 20 seconds remaining in the first period. Rangers leading 1-0. Got a goal at 14 seconds of the period by Michel Petit. Steen's power play goal tied it, and Leach's power play goal broke the tie. There is Fredrik Olofsson, the defenseman from Sweden, who has been outstanding this year with 55 points.
He'll become a 60 to 80 point per season hockey player, Sam. He had shoulder surgery last year, which cost him half a season. He's a terrifically skilled player.
Moves the puck well, shoots the puck well.
And he'll join the play in the offensive zone. We saw that earlier in the period when Steen scored his power play goal.
Olofsson got an assist on that goal, so give him 56 points now on the season. Howardchuk for the face-off. Back to Olofsson. Drops it off for Ellett. 2 men in front for the Jets. Olofsson one time, it kicked away by Petit. Petit doing a little goaltending in front. A little kick save. Ashton moving in, trying to drop it off, but Debelois there to intercept and clear, and that's the end of the first period. Power play carries over into the second. 1:28 to go in the penalty to Tony Granato. John Van Beesbrook, another fine period, making 13 saves. The Jets burning him for a power play goal, but the Rangers score 2. Back to talk with Eddie Giacomin in a moment. Just underway, start of the second period. Winnipeg Jets still on the power play. Tony Granato off for hooking. Actually, high sticking, excuse me. See the time remaining in the penalty. Rangers with a 2-1 lead. Ellett sends out Steen. Steen with Howardchuk. Howardchuk with a shot. Stick save, Van Beesbrook. Ellett at the point. McBain also up front. Olofsson at the left point. Steen has the puck. Ellett. Steen. Back to Ellett. Toward the net. Save. Rebound missed by Howardchuk. And Leach is going to go. Penalty called. Leach called for hooking, and a 2-man advantage for the Jets with 24 seconds remaining in Granato's penalty.
A penalty Leach had to take, Sam. There's a rebound that comes away from Van Beesbrook, and Howardchuk has goal written over it. But the little hook offset Howardchuk, and Howardchuk could not get the blade of his stick on the puck. Or else, if he could have, we would have had a tie game. Leach for hooking at 1:04 of the second period.
So the Jets with a 5-on-3 skating advantage for 24 seconds or less. Have Howardchuk, Ashton, and McBain up front. Ellett and Steen also on. Make that 4 forwards on for the Jets as John Van Beesbrook gets set.
Debelois has taken every defensive faceoff but one, and that was a faceoff that Wilson took in this game for the Rangers.
Debelois on with Greshner and Petit. Jets control. Ellett has the puck, looks toward the net. Ashton sets up in front. Now it's Steen. Ellett with a shot. Save, Van Beesbrook. Back to the point. Steen. Ellett tries toward the net. Holding, sliding to McBain. He scores. Nice pass. And now squaring off McBain and Debelois.
Debelois hit McBain after McBain scored. McBain fought back. And the two of them decided to get after each other. Sam Van Beesbrook got caught going down with his goal stick flat on the ice, expecting a low shot. And as soon as the puck came through to McBain, with Van Beesbrook down, McBain had lots of time to try and score.
McBain wrestles Debelois down, and things look like they'll settle down now.
The Jets won the draw, had 2 scoring chances, and on the second they scored. Ellett had thoughts of one motioning the shot right here, and he ended up not shooting it but putting it down. Now look at Van Beesbrook. He's down expecting something low, and because of that he cannot recover to get across the ice for the shot from McBain. And that hit by Deblois on McBain is what upset McBain and started the fight. Earlier, Deblois moved into McBain and took him into the boards. Oh, I see what upset Deblois. Pretty good chop right across the back from McBain. Look at Van Beesbroek down, looking for the low play, could not get across. And you see why Deblois went at McBain. It was for that stick chop earlier on the play.
For McBain, as the officials discussed the penalties to be called, McBain now has 5 goals in his last 7 games. Prior to that stretch, he had gone 10 games without a goal. So it's been a hot and cold season for McBain. In the first 40 games, he had 24 goals. And in the last 31 games, including this one tonight, he has 8.
And the Jets stay on the power play. They have 2 power play goals in this game. And they have 1 minute and 42 seconds to work with as far as the penalty goes to Brian Leetch.
Rick Bowness, the Jets are 4-12-2 under him since he took over for Dan Maloney. 5-on-4 skating advantage for the Jets, who have scored their second power play goal and have tied the game for the second time.
The Rangers lose Deblois. As far as faceoffs go in the defensive zone, they lose their best faceoff man.
Howard-Chuck sliding it. The shot stick save. Van Beesbroek off Ellett. Along the board, Steen toward the net. Played to Greshner. Greshner has it knocked away by Steen to Howard-Chuck. Greshner blocks the pass. Going 1 against 2, and Greshner doing a good job. Now Steen's got it. Greshner after him. Howard-Chuck in the corner. Cutter is Olesen, and Van Beesbroek got a stick on it alertly. Otherwise, it would have been a clear pass. Long shot, Howard-Chuck deflection. Save made. Rebound cleared by Sandstrom.
The Jets using their point men quite a bit here, especially Ellett on the power play, and then they jam the front of the net. Van Beesbroek had to make a real good deflection save.
Sliding back, Ellett back for it. 2-2 the score. Good check by Sandstrom. Olesen has the puck. Now Howard-Chuck moving down with 35 seconds to go on a man advantage. Tapped away to Duncan. Duncan feeds Ellett. Ellett looking. Checked by Brian Mullen. Howard-Chuck. Lindy Ruff battling Paul Fenton in front. Ruff goes for it. Hardy knocked down Fenton. Duncan with the puck. Ellett with a shot deflected wide of the net. Van Beesbroek clears it, but it went into the Winnipeg bench. It may have deflected off the glove of Howard-Chuck. Now they're bringing it into the Rangers zone. McBain and Deblois received 5 minutes each for fighting at 1:22.
The Rangers moving Lindy Ruff back once again to kill penalties and use his size in front of the Rangers goal. The Rangers now make a change, put on Hardy and Petit. And you'll see Ruff work along the boards here with Duncan. Duncan uses his stick to knock down Lindy Ruff before he could get to that loose puck. Sticks get up a little bit here in the second
period. We're seeing a lot
of
stick work in this game. The Winnipeg tying goal was McBain, his 32nd from Howard-Chuck and Ellett at 1:22. You look at Ian Duncan.
Howard-Chuck just finished a shift, Sam, of 2 minutes 53 seconds, his longest shift of the game, and he picked up an assist during the play.
Howard-Chuck, despite having an off season for him, has 81 points to lead the Winnipeg Jets. 36 goals, 45 assists. In the corner, Boschman had it knocked away. Kissio moves it to the corner. Petit tied up, able to bang it ahead. Team's back at full strength as Leetch is back on. Van Beesbroek moves it. Kissio goes over, but it rolls past him. Fenton gives it away. Hardy's pass is blocked. Fenton for Boschman. Duncan heading for the net. Leetch breaks it up. Duncan takes it away, then goes down, and Kissio has the puck. Rangers need a spark here. Here comes Sandstrom. Across the line, faking, moving in. Sandstrom slid it wide, but he was pulled down. Penalty call. Randy Carlyle goes off. Outstanding move by Tomas Sandstrom. Draws a penalty. 20 years from now, he'll say, I was at Ed Giacomin night, and I remember.
You're right. He's wearing blue. That's the Heat. Look at this. Sandstrom working on Taglianetti. Outside in, goodbye Taglianetti, but Carlyle covers up for his partner and gets forced into taking a penalty, hooking the call on Carlyle at 3:36 of this second period.
So the Rangers get their 4th power play of the game. They're 1 for 3. The Jets are 2 for 3. That shot stopped by Essenza and cleared out by Tomas Steen. Back for it. Milo Horsova, number 6, is on with Brian Leach. Turcotte, Lafleur, and Ogrodnik up front. Horsova carrying and driving it around the boards.
Horsova's got a terrific shot. We'll see if he has a chance to use it here on the power play. And I think Turcotte just took a stick up high again in the face.
Man.
Seems to be all right.
He's had a rough time with stitches. Tapped away from Horsova. Good play by Steen. Picked up by Lafleur. Jets changing. Here comes Leach. For Lafleur, moving in against Olesen. Back to Horsova. Around the boards. And into the crowd it goes.
Tough shift for Horsova, Sam. He lost the puck in the Rangers zone and then accidentally put it into the stands. The Rangers trying to use Horsova on the power play on the left point with Patrick out with the groin injury. Horsova trying to fill in with some offense on the power play. Turcotte goes to the bench. He has stitches over the right eye and he has stitches over the right side of his mouth. And he seems to be all right.
His family has come into New York to watch him play. His mom and dad and sister are here.
They should have waited for the playoffs.
They probably will. They may join us in Quebec again. His mom and dad were in Quebec last time we were there. Saw him score 2 goals. Ryan Mullen for Lindy Ruff. Ellett goes over. Ruff pulls up. He's on with Sandstrom and Wilson. Mullen pushes it ahead. 4 forwards on for the Rangers. Offside. Offside. A delayed offside on the Rangers.
The Rangers trying all kinds of combinations to get the point men going on their power play because of that injury to Patrick. Here they have Mullen on the point, and they have Lindy Ruff playing up front.
Peter Taglianetti talks things over with Dave Ellett. Taglianetti, another one of the former collegians drafted by the Winnipeg Jets. Ryan Mullen played 5 years with Winnipeg. And this is second best scoring season. Had 32 goals with the Winnipeg Jets. His career high has 29 this year. And Beesbrook away from Boschman. 30 seconds to go on the Rangers power play. And you see the time. Mullen moves it to Ruff. Ruff drops it for Mullen. Mullen looks toward the net. Wide, looking for deflection from Wilson. Leach gets over to keep it in the zone. Sandstrom to Wilson. Wilson with Ruff. Feeds Sandstrom. Save made by Essenza. He's pushed into the net. And a whistle. It looks like a penalty is coming up on the Jets.
I think Taglianetti may get the call. Great shot from the slot and a great save by Essenza. Now Lindy Ruff squaring up.
Taglianetti, who should have been going off, goes back after Ruff.
He may get himself into trouble here. If the referee calls this properly, Taglianetti was real hot in the fact that he was going to get the original penalty. And then he went firing back at Lindy Ruff as Ruff had been pushing with Dave Ellett. Rangers with a big scoring chance, Sam, and the goaltender, Essenza, made a fine save. The puck ricocheted right and wide of the goal net. And then everybody fell into the goaltender. I believe Sandstrom was in on top of the goaltender.
Taglianetti, I would believe here, has got to get an extra penalty just for charging back into the fray after he was called for the original penalty. Taglianetti leaves.
He's a fiery guy. Remember the scrap he had last year with Mark Tenorti when Tenorti was a Ranger. The Rangers keep the puck in the zone. Now watch Sandstrom go to the slot. There's the big shot. Lindy Ruff is in front and falls down on the goalie. Taglianetti pushes the net off the moorings, and that's why he's going to get the penalty. The original penalty, and after that, I don't know what's going to be called. As soon as Taglianetti pushed the net off the moorings, McCreary, the referee, was in that corner on that side of the ice, the far side. He pointed at Taglianetti, and Taglianetti showed some emotion, saying, "Why me?" Now, Billy McCreary is talking to the other 2 linesmen to confer on the play.
Andrew McBain is in the penalty box for the Winnipeg Jets. I don't know how he was involved. Ellett is going in now, or just to drop off some equipment. Ellett and Ruff, I thought, were the original guys that squared off. So McCreary will give his version of things to the official scorer.
Still 14 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Carlisle.
You know what's coming next week, John. Yankee baseball on the 23rd. From Florida, the Yankees take on the Atlanta Braves. On the 26th, they take on the Baltimore Orioles. They meet the world champion Dodgers on the 28th. And then from Yankee Stadium, April the 1st. Yankee baseball here on Madison Square Garden Network. Look to us for greatness. Now,
you got to pull for Tommy John.
Yeah, I was pulling for Ron Guidry, and then he hurt his elbow.
Yes.
And now, Dave Winfield's got a bad back.
Yeah, no, that could be a real serious problem for them. But with Candelaria out, Tommy and Guidry out. Guidry a left-hander, right? So Tommy John being a left-hander.
He's got a shot to make it.
For those old guys. Nice guy. Big hockey fan. Used to know quite a few of the Ranger players.
He's had a good spring.
Yes. It was a fairly solid season last year. If they would have closed for him better in a few games, he would have had a few more wins.
A couple of youngsters have looked good. This kid Bernie Williams, the center fielder, they're talking real good things about him. Joe Bergeron looking on as Bill McCreary continues the discussion at the official scorers table. We'll step out for a moment, get this whole thing sorted out when we come back. Going well. Here's a terrific limited time offer for Knicks fans. Place a $375 non-refundable deposit on 1989-90 Knicks season tickets and get next season's best available seating locations, as well as guaranteed purchase rights for this year's playoffs. Pretty good deal. This offer is only available through noon on March the 20th. Call 212-586-6868 between 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. to order your tickets today and be there to see the Knicks in the playoffs. And they have won 26 in a row here at Madison Square Garden. Philadelphia 76ers will be here tomorrow night, so another Knick home game. Things are going good for the Knicks. They're going for first overall in the conference.
And they're playing just terrific basketball on home court. Here we see Sam. The play kept in the zone. Sandstrom will put it back deep and then go to the slot, set himself up for the shot. He's ready. He takes the shot. Great save. Now watch Taglianetti move in. Take Ruff. Now the net. Watch him push the net. That created the stoppage of play and the penalty. Lindy Ruff was in the goal crease, by the way.
I'll tell you, that's a tough call for McCreary to make because of the fact that Taglianetti was falling over the players who were down in the crease. He was off balance. He may have given it a shove, but you know the Nets move easily.
Lindy Ruff was in the goal crease to start with, and he fell into the goaltender without being pushed. Taglianetti then pushed Ruff and the goaltender into the net, and he tried to create the stoppage. And look at this, the penalties. Elliott gets 2 minutes. Taglianetti gets 2 minutes. There's nothing up on the Rangers side. So the Rangers, if their power play's in order, this is a great spot for this game for them. McBain is in the penalty box. I don't know what for. I think Elliott was the man who should be in there. Right now they're still not clearing it up. They've got number 2 up on the board. And Elliott is standing right there, and there may be a switch between Elliott and McBain. Oh, McBain is in there from the fight. Oh, yes, that's right. He's left over my apologies. From the fight. Okay, yes. I forgot that. That's right. All right. So what? McBain, I guess, just wants to talk to the official and lend his opinion. Now Elliott is standing there and reluctantly will go into the penalty box. Ruff is in the penalty box for the Rangers, so Ruff and Elliott will have. Well, I don't know. Going directly to the bench. Oh, I see. Okay, now we're getting it sorted out.
The penalty will be served by number 46, Brent Hughes.
So now everything is set to.
Receives 4 minutes for roughing.
Okay, Ruff gets 4.
Time of the penalty.
And Taglianetti, I believe, gets 4.
Well, he gets 2 for delay of game, pushing the net off. He gets 2 for not going directly to the bench, and that is being served by Hughes. We'll get this sorted out in a moment.
In any event, it's a 2-man advantage right now, and will remain a 2-man advantage when Carlisle's penalty is over. 5-on-3 skating advantage for the Rangers. Leach moving in. He shoots. Save Essenza. Leach across to Mullen. Mullen looks toward the net. Feeds Leach. Leach to Wilson. Checked by Olesen. Olesen tries to take it away and does. Got a little help.
He's a good-looking player, Sam. He used some muscle to break up the play with Kerry Wilson. He then fought off a check, and then he carried the puck out of the zone.
Winnipeg Jets players in the penalty box are jumping up over the glass and yelling instructions on the ice. Leach with the puck. Two-man advantage for the Rangers. Here's Wilson across against Olsen. Whack that with a stick. Wilson stays with the puck. 2-2 the score. Rangers with a 5-on-3. Leach to Mullen. Mullen toward the net. Deflected off the arm of Wilson. And it's held by Essenza for a face-off. 55 seconds to go in a two-man advantage.
We see Leach move it to Mullen, but the puck was deflected before it got to Kerry Wilson, and Wilson had trouble holding on to it. The Rangers did not get one good scoring chance, Sam, during that minute and 5 seconds of two-man advantage.
Taglianetti was called for delay of the game. That was for knocking the net off the magnet. Ruff and Ellett were called for roughing. Then there was a bench minor for not going directly to the penalty box to Taglianetti. All-time 5:22. Rangers come away with the two-man advantage. And right now have not been able to capitalize. 2-2 is the score. 13:33 to go in the second period. Rangers send on Turcotte, Lafleur, Ogrodnik, Kissio playing the right point, and Leach stays on.
Kissio has not played the point very much in the power play. He's played some there last season for the Rangers.
Kissio to Leach. Picked up by Olsen. Pass deflected by Steen. Turcotte to Lafleur. Leach comes down to play it. He's bumped by Olsen. Still has the puck. Leach. Olsen all over him. Leach trying to get away. Ogrodnik trying to help out. Olsen trying to clear. Lafleur wouldn't let him do it. Olsen deflects it. Kept in by Kissio. Kissio looking for some room. He's got it. Now it's Turcotte to Kissio. Save Essenza. The rebound is loose. And another save. Essenza's got it.
Some interesting plays happening with Leach in forcing the play in the offensive corner. That left Lafleur and Kissio on the blue line, two forwards. But the Rangers kept the puck in the zone. Kissio finally had a shot, and it was a high shot. A rebound did happen. See Lafleur back on the point, and Kissio's back on the other point. Ogrodnik tries to set up in front. The Rangers keep the puck in the zone. You'll see the play kept in, and Kissio will end up going high with a shot. Lafleur on the other point has moved in now, switching with Brian Leach. This is the shot, a high shot by Kissio, and in front is Ogrodnik, and he can't quite get a real good clean shot away. Essenza with another good save.
Leach with a chance. He shoots. It's blocked. And Kite is hurt. Leach centers. Deflected. Essenza covers. Kite got back up. He was shaken up momentarily. Got back up. And now starts to limp a little bit.
It's the second shot he's blocked with his right foot or right ankle in this game. He had the same problem early in the first period. He stays on to skate it off. Brian Leach with his head up, taking a good look, and it goes off the toe or the right foot of Jim Kite.
9 seconds remaining in the two-man advantage.
Slow line change here as Howardchuk goes to the bench. Olsen comes on. Jimmy Kite skates off, but it's a slow, delayed change by the Jets on purpose to allow Olsen a little more rest, to allow Carlisle and Steen to get some rest.
Turcotte for the face-off. Again, Thomas Steen.
Just got thrown out.
Okay, Lafleur will take it. And wins it. Petit had it bounce over a stick. Final seconds of the two-man advantage. Steen all over Petit. Turcotte picks up the puck. It's now a 5-on-4. It's cleared. Here's Brent Hughes on a breakaway. He moves in. He fakes. He scores.
Short-handed goal for Winnipeg. Brent Hughes with some speed. Sam, the Rangers, Petit had trouble keeping the puck in the zone, and then he was forced all the way through the neutral zone, and the Jets showing emotion here, something they have shown very little of throughout this season, and it's paying off for them. This gives the Jets a 3-2 lead. I'll tell you, when this guy takes the puck, watch him take off. Here you see Turcotte having trouble controlling it. The puck is moved ahead by Olsen, and this guy just takes off, doesn't even lift his head up until now. And with his speed goes wide on Van Beesbroek and scores on the backhand. We'll see Turcotte not get the puck deep. Carlisle forced him, and Olsen moved it ahead quickly. And wow, look at the speed here. And Hughes, with that speed, went wide on Van Beesbroek and scored the shorthanded goal. Last time the Rangers played, The Jets, did Smale not score 2 shorthanded goals in that game?
In the first game, they had Ellett got a couple of shorthanded goals. So now, as things even up, teams are back at full strength with 12:20 to go in the second period. The Jets now have a 3-2 lead. The Rangers failing to take advantage of a two-man skating advantage for 2 minutes. 3-2, Jets leading for the first time in the game. Rangers scored at 14 seconds of the first period. They've been tied twice, and now the Jets lead it with 2 goals here in the second. Granato for Sandstrom. Brent Hughes with his second goal of the season gives Winnipeg the lead. Olsen the assist at 7:29. Kite clears the zone. Fenton races for it. Van Beesbroek didn't get good wood on it. Fenton goes for it. Howard-Chuck takes it. He's got a man in front. It's Brent Hughes. The pass blocked by Greshner. Here comes Deblois. 3-on-2 out of the zone. Try to lead Granato a little too hard. Essenza plays it up the boards. Sandstrom blocks it. Centers. Tip to Mullen. Save made by Essenza. Stood up on that one.
And quick feet, Sam. Very quick feet. He's made 2 or 3 good saves in this game with his feet.
Essenza's first couple of games in the NHL, he was real sharp.
He shut out the Flames 1-0 in a game.
His puck in front. Played a 2-2 tie with the New Jersey Devils in his first game.
That was is that not a win in overtime?
No, that was
Winnipeg?
Let's check. I'll check that for you in a second. Meanwhile, the play continues. Essenza's first game was a 2-2 tie at Detroit. I'm sorry. His first win was that overtime game at home against the Devils. Here's Ogrodnik for Kissio. Petit joins the play. Essenza covers. Play stops with 10:31 to go. Second period, and the Jets leading 3-2.
No, it's Michelle asking that little guy what's wrong with the power play.
That's right. That guy probably knows.
What a turn of events. The Rangers with a chance to move ahead with a 2-man advantage for a full 2 minutes. It backfires. Winnipeg scores a shorthanded goal. And Sam, tremendous penalty killing by the Jets, showing all kinds of emotion.
There's an Eddie Giacomin fan. Wilson, Sandstrom, Lafleur, Leach, and Greshner on for the Rangers. Jones moves it up the board, stopped by Greshner. Toward the net, deflected by Brad Jones. Frederick Olsen comes out 4-on-2. Across the line, Jones moving in. Jones against Leach, around the net. Holds, side of the net, intended for Gord Donnelly, but he missed it. Laurie Boschman has it. Checked by Lafleur. Lafleur stays with him. Greshner takes it away and moves it. Wilson has it blocked, but now he clears. Taglianetti going back for it. Hooked by Sandstrom. And Taglianetti hits Sandstrom, but Sandstrom wins it. Feeds Wilson. He chanked the shot. Blocked in front. Still loose. And finally, Essenza covers. Mad scramble for a moment. Gord Donnelly was there trying to control it and trying to push it underneath and into the crease, where Bob Essenza finally covered. 9:48 remaining, second period. Jets 2 goals here in the second.
The Jets trying to take care of business in the slot area. That slap shot was missed as the puck was rolling. And you see lots of Winnipeg Jets back around the goal crease. There you see 5 of the 6 on the ice trying to help out the goaltender. Essenza, one year, Sam, ended up cutting both hands badly with a broken window, an accident, and he missed some time during one season with Michigan State. And when you miss time when you're developing, it hurts. But he has good credentials, and the Jets like his style of play.
Granato on with Ogrodnik and Deblois. Granato with a shot wide. Granato gets pulled down. Hits Howard-Chuck. They've been going at it a little bit. Steen moving down with a puck. Tries to beat Lindy Ruff. Steen against Ruff. Ruff moving back on defense on the shift. Round the net. The shot stopped by Van Beesbroek, and he covers it. Good effort by Tomas Steen in a dangerous moment, but a save by Van Beesbroek. Children's clothing courtesy of Pierre Cardin. Suits and sport coats available at leading Mayo, Kings Plaza, Brooklyn, Kings Highway, Brooklyn, and Sunrise Mall, Massapequa, New York.
And the Rangers appear to be without David Shaw. He was playing hurt tonight, bruises all over his body, and he took 3 body checks during 1 shift in the first period. And I haven't seen very much of him here in the second.
And Ruff moving back on defense, an indication that he may not be available for the rest of the evening. Puck deflects out in front. Jets played into the corner. Paul Fenton wheeling. Fenton back pass to the point. Shot knocked down in front in the crowd. And it's cleared. But a penalty called. Interference. Kelly Kissio is called. And the Winnipeg Jets, who have a couple of power play goals, will get a man advantage with 9:02 to go in the second. Kissio for interference at 10:58. Jets' 4th power play of the game. They're 2 for 3.
That was Paul Fenton that drew the penalty as Kissio was checking him in the Rangers zone. Fenton continues to play well in this game.
Steen, Ashton, and Howardchuk up front. Ellett and Olesen at the points. Greshner, Deblois, Petit, and Granato for the Rangers. Poked ahead. Ashton is tied up by Greshner. Good bump by Greshner. Tries to move it, but it's stopped by Steen. Ashton behind the net. Howardchuk's in front. Steen in the corner. At the point, Olesen. Back to Steen. Steen looking. Cutting in from the right point is Ellett. Feet side of the net. Ashton. Van Beesbrook knocked it away. Good play. Steen with the puck again. Set up for Howardchuk. Side of the net. Just missed by Ashton. That's a pretty good play. Looked like a set play. Steen missed the pass. Comes through to Howardchuk along the boards. Olesen. Howardchuk. 2 men in front. The battle continuing. Slides it all the way through. Ellett. Olesen shanked the shot. Chance for Howardchuk. Van Beesbrook has it go in.
Van Beesbrook went to poke the puck away. And as he missed the puck with his stick, the puck hit the inside of Van Beesbrook's stick and curled back underneath the right arm of Van Beesbrook into the goal for a power play goal, the 3rd one of the game for John Van Beesbrook. Or excuse me, for the Winnipeg Jets. Olesen back on the blue line. The Jets have constantly tried to work the puck down low. It's a missed shot. Now watch Howardchuk. He'll get credit for this. And Van Beesbrook's goal stick sort of misses the puck. It doesn't get the puck cleanly. He misses it. It goes off the inside of his stick. Watch the goalie's stick. He'll move right across to his right s'more. There. It catches the backside of his goal stick and just curls over the goal line before he can control the puck. And the Jets, who have only 7 road victories all season long, lead the Rangers by 2.
3 goals here in the second period by the Winnipeg Jets. They have 3 power play goals and a shorthanded goal in the game. 4-2 Winnipeg. And you had to expect it. Fans roar as Lafleur was taken down to center ice. You had to expect that if things were going badly for the Rangers, the chance of Eddie went up. Wilson for Sandstrom. Moving in against Taglianetti. Falls down. Still has the puck. Wilson in the corner. Tied up by Carlisle, who wrestles him down. Fans want a call there, but nothing is made. Fenton tries to clear and does. 7:15 to go, second period. Winnipeg 4, Rangers 2. Van Beesbrook's going after somebody. Oh, he wanted to go after Ian Duncan. Here's Leach. Soft shot goes wide. Puck slid off his stick. Ruff comes back for it. Just under 7 minutes to go in the second. Rangers led 2-1 out of the first. All Winnipeg here in the second. And the blown opportunity by the Rangers really costing them. They had a 5-on-3 advantage for 2 minutes. Steen is given credit for that goal. I don't know how, but they've given it to Steen. His 24th from Howardchuk and Olesen at 12:05.
Maybe Steen deflected it after Howardchuk shot it.
Petit moving in, runs into the goaltender, lost control of the puck. Randy Gillen able to clear. Turcotte back for it.
That's 3 assists in this game for Olesen. David Shaw, by the way, has a sore shoulder and is doubtful that he'll be back for this game.
That's the carryover from the last couple of games. Petit wide of the net. Horsheva moving down against Gillen. Tight goes to the puck and moves it. Kept in by Petit. But he bangs it into the crowd, and play stops with 6:04 to go in the second period. And the Rangers, who have been guilty several times this season of playing down to opponents. Here are the Winnipeg Jets, as John mentioned, the second worst road team in the National Hockey League with 7 wins and 6 ties. And the Jets lead the Rangers 4-2, having played last night and lost in Washington.
Here we see Duncan move in, and Van Beesbroek goes at Duncan. Duncan goes at Van Beesbroek, and the tempers flare somewhat. Last night in Washington, Sam, Winnipeg had a dreadful first 10 minutes. Were trailing 4-0. And then they developed some scoring chances of their own. Pete Peters played very well. And then Winnipeg made some line changes. Howard-Chuck was benched over the last 13 minutes of the first period last night. Then they moved him to left wing with this line you see on the ice now with Steen and Ashton. And Winnipeg picked up their tempo and their play from that point forward.
Granato moving up by Ellis, but Howard-Chuck takes the puck. Jets have given up 30 goals in the last 5 games. But tonight, just 2 to this point. Greshner has it. Rangers down 4-2. Knocked away by Howard-Chuck. And Beesbroek stops it. Hardy comes back. Ashton after him. Devluano Grodnik forechecking for the Rangers. Hardy has it back. Devluan knocked down by Brad Berry. Hardy with Fenton after him. Around for Grodnik. Rolls out of the zone, and Granato picks it up. Moving in against Taglianetti. Fakes the shot. Knocked away. He's got it back. Shot deflected by Carlisle. On the back of the net. And the whistle stops play with 4:57 to go. Second period. Jets with a 4-2 lead. John Grodnik had a power play goal in the win over the Calgary Flames. Tony Granato is slowed down.
He's still, you look at his numbers, Sam, and he's scored very well on the road for the Rangers this season, as well as on home ice. But his role's changed somewhat, playing with Devlois and Ruff. He's become a player that's on the defensive line, and he's played opposite Howard-Chuck a whole bunch in this game. Granato has 31 points on the road, 29 on home ice. And that's always a character area when you check points.
He's had a fine season, there's no doubt. But you wonder if the wear and tear physically hasn't gotten to him a little bit. Here's a lead for McBain coming down. He shoots, and a save, Van Beesbroek. Sneaky shot by Andrew McBain, a good one. Lafreniere taken out by Taglianetti. Duncan, number 19, gave it away to Petit. Leach moving it, but Carlisle's got it. Winnipeg Jets, who have won only once in their last 7. Rangers are offside. Rather, the touch with a stick above the shoulder. Look at Lindy Ruff. Jets have lost 6 of their last 7. And just 2-9-1 in their last 12. And you can go on and on. But meanwhile, they're leading 4-2. And the Rangers, with unless they can pick things up and get going, get back in this game.
Well, Washington in first place by 2 points over the Rangers. The team's even in games. There you see Winnipeg's record. Rick Bowness, the head coach, by the way, has a clause in his contract, Sam. At the end of the season, he has the option of going back to Moncton in the American League and become the general manager and coach of that club if he wants to, depending whether or not Winnipeg wants to keep Rick or else make a coaching change. And if they do, it may be Teddy Green, who had been offered the job earlier this year, but Teddy Green was under obligations with the Edmonton Oilers.
Right. In the corner, Lafleur is there, Wilson is there, tight and Boschman for Winnipeg. Sandstrom pokes in at it. It's still alive. It's Trent Hughes, not Boschman. Hughes, number 46. Pass intercepted by Olsen. And here come the Jets, 3-on-2. Brent Hughes, who scored a shorthanded goal, centers for Boschman. Just shot it wide. Gary Wilson. Greshner coming forward. Sandstrom plays it into the corner, spins around.
Rangers have been unable to get a pace going, to get a real quick pace, especially turning the puck from defense to offense. When they do turn it over and get it going to the offensive side, it's a slow developing unit.
Wilson brings it in. Turns and shoots high off the glass. Sandstrom goes for the puck. Sandstrom looking. The back pass is out of the zone. It was tapped away. There's Olsen. Olsen's had an outstanding game. 3 minutes to go in the second period.
3 assists for Olsen on the 4 goals.
Howard-Chuck lead for Steen was broken up. Ogrodnik has the puck. Ogrodnik for Deblois. Taken away. Howard-Chuck moves in with Ashton, but Deblois breaks it up. Jets changing.
And they're caught. Patty Dupuis.
Oh, yeah. Too many men.
Right.
There were too many men all over the ice.
Pat Dupuis blew his whistle, Sam. He's made the call. The linesman was right at center ice near the Winnipeg Jet bench. He immediately blew his whistle. Nobody seemed to hear it. So the Rangers will be on the power play.
Winnipeg Jets are called for too many men on the ice at 17:26. A bad line change. You take a look. Jets are 3 for 4 on the power play. Rangers 1 for 6. Rangers blew a 2-minute 5-on-3 advantage. Plus the Jets got a shorthanded goal.
Look at the time on the power play. The Rangers will get 2 more minutes here. So close to 13 and a half minutes before this period expires if it goes the full 2 minutes.
Bad line change there for the Jets.
Without question, Sam. They ended up with 7 on the ice. And then 6 skaters on the ice aside from the goaltender. And Dupuis, the linesman, is the man that made the call. Well, now I see. Well, they made a change. They've called Howard-Chuck for hooking and not too many men on the ice. And Dupuis, I'm telling you, blew his whistle and was waving at the referee. The referee made the call. Well, they didn't hear Dupuis' whistle go. The play kept going, and Howard-Chuck hooked one of the Rangers, and that's the call they made. Either that, or I'm losing it up here.
I know I saw a lot of blue shirts out there.
I saw 7 skaters plus the goalie.
Sandstrom moving in is stopped by Essenza. Wilson, Ruff, and Sandstrom up front. Sandstrom back pass to Leach. Leach and Horsova at the points. Leach to Horsova. Horsova with a drive deflected by Gillen. Gillen, McBain, Carlisle, Ventaglianetti. And this is Andrew McBain moving down. Leach is there. Slides it along. Horsova's got the puck. Gillen all over him. Wilson helps out. Here come the Rangers. Half a minute gone by in the power play. Wilson brings it. Plays it to the corner and gets there himself. He's wrapped up. Keeps it alive. Lindy Ruff trying to dig it free. Does. Sandstrom tied up and the puck taken away and cleared by the Jets.
There were 2 Jets and 2 Rangers fighting for the puck. There should be 3 Rangers fighting for the puck if there's 2 Jets because the Rangers have the man advantage. You have to outnumber the opposition team where the puck is and then set up your power play once you control the puck.
Sandstrom tied up by Olsen, still has it. Around the boards for Ogrodnik, who's on with Turcotte. Now Lafleur steps on. Turcotte along the boards, past him. Ella tried to clear, but Leach blocked it. Boschman forces it out. Rangers recover. Lafleur. Pass deflects across to Boschman, sends it down the ice. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Mullen can't find the pass. Rangers just not into it right now.
Credit to Jets too, Sam. They're being aggressive in all zones of the ice. Here you see it again.
McBain moving in. Poke checked away by Van Beesbrook. Good play. Denying the breakaway by McBain. Turcotte. Lafleur to the net. Here comes Leach. Ogrodnik. Wide. Carlisle checks Leach. Randy Gillen has the puck. Knocked down by Turcotte. Team's back at full strength. Leach. Turn. Leach shoots. Wide of the net. Around the boards to Mullen. Blocked out. Here comes Howard-Chuck on a breakaway. Against Van Beesbrook. Save Van Beesbrook. 15 seconds to go in the period.
2 breakaway saves by Van Beesbrook while the Rangers have been on the power play. McBain and Howard-Chuck.
5 seconds to go in the second period. The boos coming down. And John, I think this was one of the worst periods the Rangers have played in quite a while. This was just a bad period for the New York Rangers. And Michel Bergeron can't believe it. The Jets get 3 goals in the second period. 2 on the power play, 1 shorthanded. And they blow right past the Rangers, who failed on a 5-on-3 advantage and failed again with a power play late in the period. Jets 4, Rangers 2. We'll be back with Emil Francis. Highlights are brought to you by Minolta, creators of the Maxim 3000i, the world's smallest, most affordable autofocus SLR. Rangers were on a 5-on-3, then gave up a short-handed goal here.
It was 2-2 at the time, and Carlisle works on Turcotte. Olsen reads the play and sets up Hughes. And can this guy skate? He pulls away from Michel Petit, moves in and makes a nice backhand play, and that is the short-handed goal that Hughes scored.
That made the score 3-2, and then Thomas Steen gets his second of the game to give them a 2-goal lead.
Sam, on this particular play, it's a power play goal. Steen and Howardchuk will be in front of the net. And you'll see Howardchuk right here issue the puck towards the goal, and it must have been Steen that redirected the puck slowly past Van Beesbroek because he was given credit for the goal.
We go into the third period with the Jets leading the Rangers 4-2. We'll be right back.
This game is brought to you in part by Mobil 1 Synthetic Motor Oil. Mobil 1, isn't your car worth the extra protection?
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. Underway, start of the third period. Rangers bring Tony Granato back to the Wilson-Sandstrom combination. They score on a deflection. It goes in off Randy Carlisle, and the Rangers, with a goal at 8 seconds of the period, are within 1.
And you read Carlisle's lips. He said it hit his glove, and that it did. A high shot, a harmless play. And Carlisle simply tried to knock it down, and he puts it into his own goal. You'll see here that it's Kerry Wilson. He'll be given credit for the goal from Sandstrom. Goes right over top of the shoulder of Vezina, and the Rangers get a break, and they're back in this game. Their forwards have not played a strong game, and it's their opportunity now to pick it up.
They come right back. Steen with a shot that just goes wide. Now Steen turns and a save. Van Beesbroek. The rebound knocked aside from Brad Jones. Jets pick it up quickly. Carlisle centering pass blocked by Petit. Jones plays it behind the net. Gary Wilson does get credit for the goal. And the Rangers are now within 1. And here comes Wilson. It's Wilson, Sandstrom, and Granato. Carlisle checked by Wilson. First goal by a Rangers forward in the game. Petit and Leach had gotten the previous 2. Petit scored at 14 seconds into the game. Then the Jets tied it. Rangers regained the lead 2-1 on Leach's power play goal. Jets getting 3 straight in the second period, and now Wilson from Sandstrom and Petit at 8 seconds. And the shot going in off of Randy Carlisle. 27th goal of the season for Kerry Wilson. With a goal and an assist in this game, has 46 points in 33 games as a Ranger.
29 of 33 games. Kerry Wilson has scored at least 1 point for the Rangers. That last one was a fluke, but you take your breaks, and that could spark the Rangers. The Jets came right back quickly, and Van Beesbroek had to be sharp. Van Beesbroek has been extremely sharp since that 4th Winnipeg goal. He stopped 2 breakaways, and during that last score, he made a couple more big saves.
Rangers changing some players on the lines. Turcotte, sharp angle shot way wide. Greshner stops the puck. It's Kissio, Lafleur, and Turcotte. Fenton hustles to the puck, and Greshner knocks it away. Good play.
Sam, the Ranger forwards have had trouble with the accuracy of their shots in this game. A number of shots have gone wide by quite a margin.
Olsen, number 4. Minute and a half gone by, third period. Petit for Kissio. Petit leads Kissio into the zone. Kissio against Kite. Back behind the net. Olsen against Lafleur. McBain takes the puck for Winnipeg, lifts it way up into the air. Bounces down. Rangers keep it in the zone, and Petit got a stick in the face, and a high sticking penalty is called.
From Duncan. Ian Duncan gets caught. And this could be interesting. This should be a 5-minute job and a game misconduct for Ian Duncan. And there could be pressure on the Winnipeg Jets. Duncan's already back along the boards, almost near the gate where he will have to leave if that is the call.
McCreary heading for the table.
High sticking is the call. There you see Petit caught with the high stick. Down he went. He now gets himself back to the Rangers bench. And whether it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes, we'll see.
Duncan's in the penalty box, so it's a 2. We'll be right back. Duncan for high sticking at 1:52. It's a 2-minute high sticking penalty. Rangers' 8th power play of the game. They're 1 for 7. Horsova and Leach. Wilson, Granato, and Sandstrom up front for the Rangers.
If McCreary felt that there was an injury that happened because of the high stick, a 5-minute major would have been handed out. He thought there was no injury, so he called it a 2-minute high sticking penalty.
Granato with a takeaway. Comes to Sandstrom. Feed of Granato is broken up by Olsen.
The Jets have 4 shorthanded goals this season.
Wilson tied up by Kite. Or rather, that's right, Kite was the man in front. Horsova's got the puck. Now it's Leach. Toward the net, deflected wide by Sandstrom. Along the boards, Granato trying to keep it in, but it's cleared out by Steen.
And 4 shorthanded goals by Winnipeg against the Rangers in the 3-game series so far this season. 2 by Smale, who's not dressed, 1 by Ellett, and 1 by Hugh.
Sandstrom on the move. Kite is there. Around the boards, past Essensa. Along the boards, Horsova couldn't keep it in the zone. 55 seconds to go on the power play. 3 minutes gone by, third period. Rangers within 1. Kite has it. Fires up the middle. Horsova stops it. Lafleur has come on. Sandstrom still in the zone. Touch the puck. Rangers are offside. 41 seconds remaining in the Rangers power play.
Horsova put in a situation here where he's trying to help the Rangers on the power play and is showing a little bit of nervousness. Trouble shooting the puck in, trouble making the pass. That last one was offside. He's been taken under the wing by Joe Patterson, and Joe Patterson's trying to help Horsova get acclimated to North America, including language barrier problems and styles and plays on the ice. It's a tough situation for him.
Tissio, Lafleur, and Turcotte. Leach and Petit for the Rangers. Gillen, number 39. McBain, number 20. Here's a lead for Lafleur. Carlisle catches up. Lafleur one-hands it ahead. Taglianetti takes it, moves it up the boards and out. Gillen knocks it away from Leach. McBain coming in against Petit. Petit stays with him. And Beesbrook stops it for Leach. 15 seconds left in the power play. Leach leads Turcotte, avoids McBain, gets to the puck. Centers for Tissio, back to Leach, now to Petit. Lafleur in the corner, picked up by Carlisle. Taglianetti drives it around the boards. Stopped by Petit. Toward the net, blocked by Taglianetti. Teams are back at full strength. Duncan is back on. The puck deflects into the Jets bench. And the faceoff will be back in the Winnipeg zone. 3:58 gone by. First period. Rangers now 1 for 8 on the power play. Rick Bowness didn't like the call.
You know what's hard to believe is McBain, who had a great scoring first half of the season, is minus 36 on the season in the plus-minus ranks going into this game. Yet you see him kill penalties, and he looks like a fine defensive forward. It's hard to explain the balance between the two. And the Rangers' power play, after going 3 for 5 against Calgary, has really been nowhere in this game. In fact, they're even on it, considering they scored a goal. They also gave up a shorthanded goal.
He is second in the most minus in the league. Tom Fergus, I believe. That's right. Fergus minus 41. McBain minus 36 coming into tonight's game. Teams are at full strength. Jets with a 4-3 lead over the Rangers. 4 minutes gone, third period. Around the boards for McBain. Lindy Ruff is back on defense in the absence of David Shaw, who's out with a sore shoulder. Carryover from the last couple of games when he's been hit hard into the boards. Rangers had no shots on goal on that last power play. Yarvenpah is on for the first time in a long time. Ruff couldn't play it. Boschman from Duncan. Duncan taken away by Greshner.
That last outlet pass by the Jets was a long pass up the middle. That's something they try a lot of. They're not a big team forward-wise, so they don't play along the boards very much. And this game hasn't been played along the boards very much. They try the pass work through the middle of the ice surface.
Ruff around the net with the puck. Yarvenpah checks in. The pass to Lafreniere. moving in with Okradnik. Long shot off the stick of Taglianetti. Peter Taglianetti, with 5 minutes gone in the third period, outlets to Yarvenpah. In the Rangers zone, Van Beesbrook stops it, plays it away from Howard-Chuck. Brent Hughes, number 46, goes for it. Tied up by Carey Wilson. Mullen finds the puck. Mullen falls down, the puck out of the zone.
Granato now comes on the ice with Wilson and Sandstrom replacing Lafleur, who had been on the power play. So the old line reunited for the Rangers. There's a body check on Steen. That's another thing we haven't seen much of. Not a lot of work along the boards, and not a lot of body checks.
Petit with another hit in center on Brent Hughes. Hughes cross-checked him from behind. Penalty called. Dumb penalty by Brent Hughes.
And his stick also got Sandstrom accidentally, and Sandstrom could hardly make it to the Rangers bench. Hughes takes a reaction penalty here after a good check by Petit, but the concern has to be for Thomas Sandstrom.
Is okay. Hughes is called for cross-checking at 5:53.
I think it's a check there by Petit that knocks the wind out of Sandstrom, and there's the retaliation penalty by Hughes. So it was not Hughes' stick that caught Sandstrom. It was the body check by Petit. Here you'll see Petit move up. Sandstrom is sandwiched, and I believe he had the wind knocked out of him. And Hughes retaliated, took the penalty.
Petit taking the body and taking anyone in his path. Power play number 9 for the Rangers. They're 1 for 8. Kissio, Lafleur, and Turcotte, Horsova, and Leach.
Hughes took a questionable penalty last night in Washington in the third period, when Washington was only leading by 1 goal at that point in time, and then Washington scored a power play goal when Hughes was in the penalty box.
Kissio against Kite. McBain plays it into the corner. Turcotte is there. Leach from the point with the shot. Save. Essenza. Rebound. Kite able to clear it aside, and it's cleared out of the zone. Kissio was knocked down in front as he looked for the rebound on that shot from the point. Horsova plays it in. Past Essenza. Turcotte stops it. Olesen drives it around the boards. Horsova is there. Stops it. Keeps it in the zone. Toward the net. Save Essenza. Lafleur's got the puck. Lafleur looking. Turcotte in front. It trickles in front off the stick of Olesen. Bodies go flying. That's Gillen and Kissio going down.
Lafleur was in good position to try and hit Kissio, but I believe it was Olesen who deflected the puck before it got to Kissio and broke up the play. You see number 4, Olesen, standing and waiting, and there he redirects the pass in front, and then Gillen, with a magnificent tackle on Kissio, throws him down to the ice. Horsova looked a little more comfortable during this shift. Look at Gillen go out at Kissio, knock him down as the goaltender controls the puck. Horsova did some better things during that shift, Sam. He shot the puck in very hard to get it away from the goaltender. Then he kept the puck in and put the shot on goal. Appeared to be a little more comfortable.
13:19 to go in the third period. A minute 12 to go on the penalty to Brent Hughes. Rangers trailing 4-3. Jets have 28 shots on goal. Rangers 24.
This is the 20th power play by the Rangers against Winnipeg this year, and they have 4 goals.
Wilson gets the pass from Leach.
Make that 3 goals, Sam.
Ruff with Sandstrom and Wilson. Leach and Petit. Ruff in the corner against Carlisle. The back pass is out of the zone. Petit back for it. Steen on him. Steen whacks him with a stick. Steen takes it at free. Howard-Chuck has the puck. Back pass to Carlisle. And now to Taglianetti. 40 seconds to go in the Rangers power play. Leach takes the pass. Out to Petit. Gillen is there. Across for Sandstrom. He shoots high off the glass. He missed the net.
Now the puck was rolling on Sandstrom, and it's very tough to be accurate with the rolling puck.
Leach tries it. Leach moving in. Pulls up.
The Winnipeg's forcing the Rangers to the outside.
Rough in the corner. Checked by Carlisle. Wilson digs it free. Wilson to Sandstrom. Sandstrom tied up by Taglianetti. Wilson comes in, lost side of the puck, knocked back, good play, shot by Grester, save made. Good play by Ruff to get the scoring chance, penalty on Wilson.
And Wilson was cross-checked by Carlisle. Carlisle got away from it, Wilson got mad, reached out with a stick, and he retaliated. Takes a tripping penalty. Carlisle, the veteran, you'll watch him work on Wilson right here in front of the net. Cross-check, knocked down Wilson, and Wilson reacted with his stick and dragged down Carlisle, and that's the portion of the play that the referee saw. And the Jets go back on a power play.
Rangers wasting opportunities. The Jets are 3 for 4 on the power play. The Rangers are 1 for 9.
During the power play, Howardchuk takes the face-off, and he goes to the center ice position as Steen works the wing.
Ellett brings it in and plays it around for Howardchuk. Howardchuk, McBain, and Steen. Olofsson and Ellett. Ellett with the puck. Double wide there. Long pass for Howardchuk. Hardy stays with Howardchuk. Steen out. Back pass to Ellett. He shoots. Save Van Beesbroek.
What a nice setup that was. What a beautiful play, but a better save by Van Beesbroek.
Granato moving in. Backhander. Save Essenza. And he covers up.
Good work by Granato. He was working on Winnipeg's best defenseman in this game, and that's Olofsson. And the shot was on goal, but it was not a real tough shot, as Granato had to sort of reach and shuffle a puck towards the goaltender. He cuts to the inside on Olofsson, and he just backhands the puck from the hash marks, and Essenza makes the save. That previous play by Winnipeg, Sam, they moved the puck great before the play. And I mentioned that Essenza had been in Moncton. He had been in Fort Wayne. My apologies. They tell me in the shootouts and overtime that Essenza was just terrific. If the score is tied in the minor leagues after the overtime, they go into a shootout. And this kid, I guess, has been great on the breakaways.
Sandstrom, Mullen, Ruff, and Petit on for the Rangers. Ellett able to work it out of the zone of McBain. Across to Steen, hit by Petit. Petit, probably, as far as I can see, John, the only player taking the body tonight. Olofsson around the boards. Ruff goes for the puck. Sandstrom is there, couldn't clear, blocked by Ellett. Now it's Howardchuk. Long shot deflected wide of the net. Steen's got it. Around to McBain. Now to Olofsson. Back to McBain. Steen setting up in front, gags the puck, he turns, he looks. Ellett set up in front, Steen holding, 40 seconds to go on the power play. Olofsson to McBain with a shot, score! Andrew McBain!
And the power play continues to be red hot in this game for Winnipeg. McBain with the big slap shot, he sets up on the far side of the ice on the power play. Michel Petit dropped down, and that's what screened John Van Beesbroek. McBain is already over on the other side of the ice, and he's waiting for the puck. He doesn't move. He sits over there and waits. Howardchuk and Petit, you see Van Beesbroek reaching and turning. He has no idea where that shot is coming from, what side of the body it's going to go through. Howardchuk is there. He tries to deflect this, and Van Beesbroek simply didn't see the shot whatsoever.
McBain with his second goal of the game. And the Jets with their 4th power play goal, 4 for 5, lead the Rangers 5-3. Rangers unable to capitalize on the break at the start of the 3rd period. The goal at 8 seconds, deflecting in off Randy Carlisle. The Jets are back to a 2-goal lead. Yarvenpah lost it to Lafleur. He's out with Turcotte. Turcotte across the line. Taglianetti takes him out. Yarvenpah hit from behind by Kissio. And Carlisle has the puck. Fires out off of Greshner's stick.
Winnipeg has played a sound defensive game. You have not seen 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, 3-on-1s by the Rangers at all. I don't know if that's a combination of the Ranger forwards not having a good night as far as speed goes, or if it's just simply Winnipeg playing a solid, very solid defensive game. The Rangers have a power play goal and a goal that was put in accidentally by Carlisle, and that's 2 of the 3 goals. At even strength, they have 1.
Out in center, Turcotte's got the puck. The goal is McBain's 2nd of the game, his 33rd. Olofsson and Steen the assist at 9:22. 4 assists in the game for Frederick Olofsson. And Steen has had 2 goals and an assist in the game. McBain with 2 goals. And the Jets with a 5-3 lead. 9 minutes to go in the third period. Petit to Hardy. Now Ogrodnik. Lafreniere to Ogrodnik. Check by Olsen. Ogrodnik still with it. Leach couldn't get the pass. It was a little behind him. And McBain sending it down. Hardy back for it. Lafreniere. Bumped by Brent Hughes. Here's Ogrodnik to Granato with a quick shot. Glove by Essensa. He's got it. And then gets the whistle. Stopping play with 8:31 to go. Third period. Montreal beats Los Angeles 5-2. Patrick Waugh has not lost on home ice this season. Gets the win. Detroit leading Edmonton 2-0 on goals by Robertson and Yzerman. Steve Yzerman with 62.
Win number 30 for Patrick Waugh.
Essensa with a save. Wilson along the boards to Granato. Past him. Sandstrom to the puck. Checked by Taglianetti. Howard-Chuck plays it around the boards. Leach keeps it in. Sandstrom for Wilson. It's off his skate. Off his leg. And is out of the zone. Howard-Chuck has it. 5-3 Winnipeg. Brent Hughes drops it off for Steen. Now Elliott with a long shot. Save made. The rebound loose. Save. Van Beesbrook. It's on the goal line. Cleared out by Wilson. Or Greshner. Greshner helped out to clear it out.
I think that puck was going in, Sam, and Greshner took 2 swipes at it with his stick and finally got the puck, which was bouncing away from the goal crease.
Jets come in again. Howard-Chuck holds it. Moves in a shooting position. Deflects off Granato.
So the Rangers, their last game, the Kerry Wilson line led the Rangers. In this game, that line has not had as great a game, but you look for other lines to do well, and especially the Kissio line, and they haven't been able to do very much.
Centered for Gillen. His shot blocked. Sandstrom takes the puck. Rangers move out. Kissio gets the pass. Kissio checked by Carlisle. Again, they force him wide.
The Rangers were making a line change. It ended up being a 2-on-3, so the Jets could take their time and force Kelly Kissio wide.
Hughes going in, drops it back along the boards. Lindy Ruff trying to clear it out, puts it into the Rangers bench. And the play stops with 6:57 remaining in the third period. And the Rangers down by 2. This program is authorized by Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event, including the imposition of a charge for viewing the program without the express written consent of Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated, is prohibited.
It's 5-3 Winnipeg, and it was nearly 6-3 Winnipeg. You'll see Howard-Chuck move in. Watch Greshner curl back in behind. The puck is about to go in, and Greshner cleared it away from the goal line, saving a goal.
Rangers send it in again. Essensa stops it. Around the boards. Hardy tries to keep it in, but it's cleared out. LaFleur back for it. And the Rangers showing no life whatsoever.
Brian Leach playing over on right defense now, Sam, at even strength here.
Leach to Hardy. Hardy plays it ahead into the corner. McBain tied up with LaFleur. Ogrodnik looking for the puck. McBain keeps it alive. It's poked free to Ogrodnik. Fanned on the shot. Blocked in front. And it's cleared out by Fenton. Here's Duncan moving down. Leach coming back. The shot by Duncan is wide. Around the boards to Ogrodnik. 6 minutes to go in the third period. Cross to Howard-Chuck. Hook checked away by Hardy. Granato ties up Steen. Now Steen works it behind the net. Pushes it ahead, but it's taken by Petit.
Winnipeg not trapped at all here, just sending one man deep, making sure they have everybody else back in the neutral zone. They have a 2-goal lead, 5.5 minutes remaining.
Jets trying for their first win over the Rangers this season. Kerry Wilson off the skates of Sandstrom. Pittsburgh losing last night.
Lost big too, Sam. Boston really did a number on Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
Lead for Sandstrom gave the Rangers a chance to open them a little bit of breathing room against the Penguins if the Rangers could have won tonight, but the Rangers look like they will fail in that opportunity. Less than 5 minutes to go in the third period. Wilson taken down by Brad Jones. Jones moves in. Duncan in front. Jones with a shot. He scores! And it's 6-3. And the Jets kept skating, and the Rangers have stopped.
The Jets' strongest area in their game is their skating. And the youngster Jones, he can fly, and the Rangers not stopping the Jets with their skating. It's a 2-on-1 down deep. Petit takes a chance, and it goes off of Petit in behind Van Beesbroek. Gillen was on the other side of the ice, and he's the decoy. Jones, a left-handed shot, is in a real good shooting position here. With Petit going down, he has to shoot the puck. And